Talking Tom. Game Guide Game. Basics. My Talking Tom is a virtual pet care game where you take care of a gray cat named Tom. Players can care for him by feeding him when he's hungry, taking him to the bathroom, or putting him to sleep when his energy is low. Different feeding methods. Basic method. Open the refrigerator in the game and choose the food type. Drag the food directly to Tom's mouth. Watch his reaction to each type of food. Available food types. Favorite foods. Burgers and sandwiches. Pizza. Ice cream and sweets. Fresh fruits. Milk and juices. Regular foods. Various vegetables. Cooked meats. Pasta and rice. Disliked foods. Very spicy food. Spoiled food. Certain foods. Tom may not like hunger and nutrition indicators. Monitoring hunger level. There's a hunger indicator on the main screen. When the indicator drops, Tom becomes hungry. Neglecting to feed him affects his mood and activity. Nutrition effects. Good food increases Tom's happiness. Regular feeding maintains his health. Different food types give different reactions. Ways to get food, free methods, daily rewards, watching advertisements, completing simple tasks, playing mini-games, purchase with currency, using coins earned in the game, buying special food packages, getting rare foods. Important feeding tips. Proper timing. Feed Tom when the hunger indicator shows low. Don't wait until he becomes very hungry. Regular feeding is better than overfeeding food variety. Try different types to discover favorites. Watch Tom's facial expressions to know what he likes. Some foods give more experience points. Resource management. Keep a stock of basic food. Use special foods on special occasions. Don't waste food on types Tom doesn't like. Sarah's journey with her virtual cat, Tom, the beginning. Sarah was a 14-year-old girl living in a quiet house with her parents in one of the city's suburbs. She was a diligent student who loved technology and had recently discovered the My Talking Tom game, which completely changed her daily routine. It wasn't just a game for her. It became a real responsibility and a source of daily happiness. Sarah sat in her comfortable pink room, surrounded by her school books and favorite toys, holding her smartphone with enthusiasm. It was evening, and she had finished all her homework, which meant it was time to enjoy time with her little virtual friend. When she opened the app, Tom greeted her with obvious enthusiasm. He was a small gray cat with wide blue eyes, long whiskers, and a permanent smile on his face. But today, he seemed a little different. Signs of hunger and thirst were obvious on him, and he needed immediate care. Morning feeding rituals. "Good morning, Tom," Sarah said cheerfully, and heard Tom's voice repeating her words in a funny, childish tone. This feature made her laugh every time. Tom's ability to mimic everything she said, even if she was singing or humming a tune. Sarah began checking Tom's basic needs. The hunger indicator was in the red zone, meaning he was very hungry. The thirst indicator was also low, and it seemed Tom needed a bathroom and some entertainment too. She opened the food menu by clicking on the refrigerator icon, and a wonderful collection of different foods appeared before her. There were fresh red apples, yellow bananas, orange carrots, white milk, colorful juices, delicious burgers, hot pizza, ice cream in different colors, and even cakes and sweets. Sarah decided to start with a healthy breakfast for Tom. She chose a fresh red apple and dragged it with her finger from the refrigerator to Tom's mouth. She watched as he chewed the apple enthusiastically, showing expressions of happiness and satisfaction on his face. The chewing sounds were so realistic that they made Sarah feel as if she was feeding a real cat. Then she gave him a yellow banana, which Tom peeled in a funny way and ate quickly. After that, she offered him a glass of fresh milk, which he drank eagerly until white milk drops appeared on his whiskers, making Sarah burst into laughter. Basic feeding methods. Direct clicking on food. You can drag different types of food from the refrigerator or store and give them directly to Tom. Tom reacts differently to each type of food. He might like it and smile or hate it and show expressions of disgust. Using tools. In some versions, you can use a spoon or fork to feed Tom, adding a more realistic interactive element. Cooking and preparation. In newer versions, like My Talking Tom or related cooking games, you can cook meals first and then serve them to Tom. different food types, favorite foods, burgers and pizza, ice cream and sweets, fruits like apples and bananas, meat and chicken, disliked foods, very spicy foods, vegetables that cats usually don't like, spoiled or old food, effects and results, hunger level, feeding. Tom affects his hunger level, which usually appears in a bar or indicator in the game interface. Mood changes. Favorite food makes Tom happy and active, while disliked food may make him sad or sick. Animations and sounds. Each food type has different animations and sounds, from chewing sounds to facial expressions. Playtime and fun. After Tom was full, he began to look more active and lively. Sarah decided to play with him for a while. She started by gently touching his belly, and he laughed loudly and contagiously. When she touched his head, he began to purr just like real cats, and when she stroked his back, he stretched and showed signs of comfort and relaxation. Sarah also tried talking to him in different ways. She told him, "I love you, Tom," and he replied in a sweet voice, "I love you, Tom." She sang him a short song, and he tried to sing it with her in a funny way. Even when she laughed, he laughed with her in a way that made her feel as if he really understood her feelings. Minigames. Sarah decided to try the different minigames available in the app. She started with football, where she had to help Tom score goals. Tom was wearing a small football shirt and sports shoes, running after the ball with great enthusiasm. Sarah succeeded in helping him score several goals, and Tom celebrated each goal with a small, funny dance. Then she tried the flying game, where she guided Tom on an exciting journey through the clouds. Tom was wearing small pilot glasses and a helmet, flying in a small, colorful plane. Sarah helped him avoid obstacles and collect golden stars scattered in the sky. She also played the coloring game with him, where she gave him different colors to paint beautiful paintings. Tom was a talented artist and drew wonderful pictures of nature and animals. He even drew a picture of Sarah, which made her feel overwhelming happiness. Bath time and hygiene. Sarah noticed that Tom had become a little dirty after all this playing, so she decided to take him for a bath. She opened the bathroom menu, and a small bathtub filled with warm water and colorful bubbles appeared before her. She took Tom to the tub, and he began playing with the bubbles happily. Sarah used scented shampoo to wash his hair, and Tom enjoyed the gentle massage. After that, she rinsed him with clean water and dried him with a soft towel. Sarah didn't stop there. She also cleaned Tom's teeth with a small toothbrush and strawberry-flavored toothpaste. Tom loved the taste of the toothpaste and smiled a wide smile showing his shiny white teeth. She also carefully trimmed his nails and combed his hair until it became soft and shiny. Finally, she sprayed some gentle perfume on him, making Tom look as if he had come out of a pet grooming salon. Shopping and beauty time. Sarah opened the clothing store in the game, which was full of wonderful options. There were colorful shirts, different hats, sunglasses, sports shoes, and even funny costume outfits. She chose a blue shirt with a golden star design for Tom, a small red hat, and trendy black sunglasses. Tom looked like a little movie star and was very proud of his new appearance. She also tried some costume outfits on him: an astronaut costume, a doctor's outfit, a chef's uniform, and even a little prince costume. Each outfit completely changed Tom's personality, and he performed different movements that suited each role. Home decoration. Sarah decided to redecorate Tom's house to make it more beautiful and comfortable. She opened the decoration menu, and many options appeared before her. New furniture, different wall colors, colorful carpets, art paintings, and even decorative plants. She chose a new light blue sofa, a small wooden coffee table, and a colorful carpet with beautiful geometric shapes. She changed the wall color to cheerful light yellow and hung some art paintings that Tom had drawn himself. She also added some green plants in the corners of the room and colorful lights that gave a warm and comfortable atmosphere. In the end, Tom's house looked like a dream home, and Tom was very happy with the change. Advanced mealtime. Over time, Sarah learned that Tom had different food preferences. She discovered that he liked vanilla ice cream more than chocolate, and that he preferred orange juice over apple juice. She also noticed that he liked cheese pizza more than any other type. She began preparing varied and balanced meals for him. For breakfast, she would give him fruits and milk. For lunch, she would give him a sandwich or a piece of pizza with natural juice. And for dinner, She would serve him a light meal with a cup of warm milk. She watched his reactions to each type of food. When he liked something, he would dance with joy and make happy sounds. And when he didn't like something, he would shake his head and push the food away. Social activities. Sarah discovered that Tom could visit his other virtual cat friends. He had many friends. Angela, the beautiful cat, Hank, the cheerful dog, Ginger, the funny red cat, and Ben, the funny dog. Sarah organized small parties for Tom with his friends. They would play together, dance, and eat sweets. Tom seemed very happy when surrounded by his friends, laughing and playing with them merrily. Once, she organized a birthday party for Tom. She decorated the house with colorful balloons and flags and prepared a big chocolate birthday cake. She invited all of Tom's friends to the party, and everyone wore colorful birthday hats. Learning new skills. Over time, Sarah began teaching Tom new skills. She taught him how to play the piano, and he learned with amazing speed. He started with simple notes, then developed to play complete musical pieces. She also taught him how to dance. Tom was a natural dancer and learned different dance moves, classical dance, folk dance, and even modern contemporary dances. He performed wonderful dance shows in front of Sarah, and she applauded him enthusiastically. She tried to teach him some simple tricks too, like standing on his hands, jumping through hoops, and even playing with a ball. Tom was a quick learner and enjoyed learning new things every day. Emotional moments. Sarah's relationship with Tom wasn't just a simple game. Over time, it developed into a real emotional relationship. She felt happy when Tom was happy and sad when he seemed tired or bored. On difficult days at school, Tom was a source of comfort for her. She would come home exhausted and tired, open the app, and find Tom waiting for her with a wide smile. He would listen to her when she talked about her day, even though he was just an app on the phone. She would tell him about her friends at school, her favorite subjects, and even her dreams for the future. Tom would listen with interest and respond to her in his own way, making her feel as if she had a real friend who understood her. Bedtime routine. Sarah and Tom had a special bedtime routine. When evening came, she would take Tom to the bedroom in the app. She would prepare him a cup of warm milk, read him a short story, and sing him a gentle lullaby. Tom loved this routine very much. He would sit in bed wearing cute little pajamas and listen to Sarah as she told him stories. They were stories about brave cat adventures, magical places, and loyal friends. After the story ended, she would turn off the lights and let him sleep peacefully. Tom would gradually close his eyes and begin to snore gently. Sometimes he would talk in his sleep, which made Sarah smile and feel warmth in her heart. Challenges and problems. Things weren't always easy. Sometimes Tom would get sick, and Sarah would feel real worry about him. She would take him to the doctor in the game, give him medicine, and take care of him until he got better. These experiences taught her a lot about responsibility and caring for others. Sometimes Tom would feel sad or lonely, especially when Sarah was busy studying and couldn't play with him for long periods. She would notice this through his sad facial expressions, so she would make sure to spend extra time with him the next day. Growth and development. Over the months, Tom began to grow and develop. He became more intelligent and capable of understanding complex commands. He learned new words and became able to have longer conversations with Sarah. He even began to develop his own personality and distinctive preferences. He developed favorite colors, favorite foods, and activities he liked more than others. He showed different emotions: happiness, sadness, excitement, and boredom. This development made Sarah feel as if she was raising a real child. Impact on Sarah's life. The My Talking Tom game changed Sarah's life in ways she didn't expect. It taught her responsibility and commitment. She became more organized in her life, allocating specific time each day to play with Tom. She also became more patient and tender in dealing with others. At school, her classmates began to notice a positive change in her personality. She became more helpful to others and more concerned about her friends' feelings. Even her parents noticed that she became more responsible in doing her household duties. Lessons learned. Through her experience with Tom, Sarah learned important life lessons. She learned that caring for others requires patience and dedication. She learned that true happiness comes from making others happy, even if they are just virtual characters. She also learned the importance of routine and discipline. She had to feed Tom at regular times, take care of his cleanliness, and play with him daily. This discipline reflected positively on other aspects of her life. Basic interactive activities. Talking and mimicking. Talking with Tom is considered one of the most important features in the game. When you talk to him, he mimics your words with his distinctive childish voice. Normal conversations. He repeats any word or sentence you say. Singing. He tries to sing with you in a funny tone. Different sounds.